This is maybe the first vlog of my channel. This is very strange because I didn't think I'd ever want to do anything like this or think about doing anything like this, but I'm at a point in my life where, I'm not getting any younger, and I have a lot of things that I want to do still. And I thought, why not? So, to tell you a little bit about myself, I have a regular job, just like anybody else, or a lot of anybody else's. I spend a lot of time commuting. That does allow me, though, to enjoy the beautiful place that I live when I have time to enjoy it. Another thing about myself, and probably a lot of what you'll end up seeing, is my, I guess, obsession, for lack of a better term, with fiber crafts. I crochet, I knit, I spin. I have just recently started weaving, and with the weaving, barely touched on sewing, but I think that's going to kind of pair with the weaving because of some of the projects I'd like to do. I'm not going to have a hell of a lot of time, as I mentioned, because of, I'm basically out of the house 5 days a week. So I get a very small amount of time to pack things in. But what I would like to do is just kind of document and I guess learn another craft with some of the video editing stuff, and I'm sure other things will sneak in besides the fiber aspect of things. I do enjoy cooking. I'm not the best baker, but I spent time gardening in the past, but I haven't really had too much opportunity to do that in the environment I live in now. It's quite beautiful, and I'll show you some of that as part of the process. I live in the mountains. It's the best time of year right now. Not too hot, not too cold. Sun's coming out. Birds are doing their thing. But it's not the best environment for gardening, even in potted plants, just because of the amount of tree cover. It's very shady. But yeah, I'm rambling now. So yeah, this is the start, maybe, of a thing. We'll see. We'll figure it out. And happy to share. And not to, I'm not an expert at anything. I'm just figuring out as I go. I've only ever taken one fiber related class, and everything else has just been trial and error on YouTube. So maybe I can share some of the things that I figured out, and you can watch me make mistakes and learn from them, which is part of life. So, hello? Nice to meet you. Uh, Thank you. This is my rigid heddle loom. This is the first loom that I purchased. Actually, that's not true. My first loom was the ankle loom right here. And you can see a very poor attempt at a pattern. I do want to pick this back up again. It's just like there's so many things I want to do, not enough time. This is my first attempt on this, and it did give me the bug, the weaving bug. But after that, I bought this one, and I've finished several projects on it, and of course, really liked it and wanted to do more. Both the warp and the weft that are on here are hand dyed and hand spun. This is going to be a scarf. It's not exactly, you know, you never know, because when you pull something off a loom, you often get slightly different results. This is on a 7.5 dent reed, and I kind of wish I would have gone with the 10, just because, as you can see, the warp is kind of hiding behind the weft. So I wish it was a little bit of a looser set, maybe, so I could, you know, I really wanted to get this like checkered gradient kind of, I think they call it a gamp with this, and didn't quite achieve that. This is hand processed fleece, so I bought a fleece. Still have a crap ton of it. Like, you'll probably see a lot more of it, but I bought it about a year ago. The sweater I was wearing was also the main color was this fleece. It's a Romney Corriedale mix, and it's just like this beautiful gray color, and dyeing on top of it gave me really interesting results. But so that's the current main work in progress, and as we go through, I'll continue to introduce various things that I do, show examples, and I do have a tripod and some wireless microphones, cheap stuff. I think, you know, I used some credit card points, and I paid $20 for a couple of microphones and a stand, and that way I can get better angles of the process. I won't be able to pick them up until next weekend, unfortunately, because of the amount of time I'm limited to. And we actually don't get regular mail up here. We don't get it delivered to our door. We all have P.O. boxes, and we you know, I have to run into town. And usually on a weekend is pretty much when I only have time to do it and pick up our mail. So, yeah. So I really would like to, as part of this, spend some time kind of showing off my local community. It's particularly this time of year, just like, you know, chef's kiss, very beautiful, and there's all these cool things to look at, nature, and it's just a cool little town. And problem is, like I probably previously mentioned, was that I don't have an adequate tripod, good way to hold the phone to get some nice shots. And I'm also, as you could probably tell already, a little bit self-conscious about what is essentially feels like me talking to myself. I know everybody does that, but I really would like to get some shots of the mountains and the trees, and I'm sure there's a little bit of B-roll I can put in. Anyway, Buster's here, sitting next to me, or laying rather. He really actually seems to enjoy taking car rides. Luckily my job allows me to take him to the office with me, and he seems to really enjoy it way more than I do. That's for sure. But yeah, he's a great road trip dog. All right, this is me having made decisions. It was a good idea. So I was debating on whether or not I wanted to work on this project. I don't know why I was debating so hard. I guess the thought of lugging out this card table was daunting for some reason, but it really is not a big deal. Did a little bit of weaving already, and it works great on my bench, and the table height are the perfect angle for my loom. And my new problem, it's not a bad problem, is I've nearly used up most of my colors that I already had on my shuttles. But that's okay, because it's nice outside. We can add some more. Ran out of the yarn that I originally had on the shuttle. I'm getting fairly far along. Again, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish what I have today. For the scarf. But, yeah. Gotta put some more on. Ugh.
If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
Hi. I'm a bit awkward at these kind of things, so my apologies. I also tend to touch my face when I'm nervous, so it is what it is. I had recorded a introduction earlier, and as I'm trying to figure out this whole video thing, I had my head half cut off, and I originally thought, whatever, I'm just gonna roll with it. I've done various recordings throughout the day. Some are okay, some are not okay. I lost some just because my Google Drive was full, and why am I explaining this? I don't know. Why am I explaining? You don't need to worry about that. So, the short of it is, the short and long of it is, um, I'm at a interesting, on the cusp, I feel like, of a transition. And one of the things I would like to do is use this as a way to like keep notes. I used to journal a lot in my 20s. I'm much older than that now, as you can probably tell by the color of my hair. And I want to kind of keep better track of things that I care about.